See as Yanni just dey sweet for my ear. The Cha-Cha Let's Talk music series with Hafeestonova. Hey God, conversation with the boss brain.
Oh my God.
Boss brain.
Whenever I spell it, you don't know now. But I'm gonna tell you something.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and members of the Cha-Cha Nation. My name is Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force, and I'm back as if I never left with another episode of the Cha-Cha Let's Talk music series on the Cha-Cha Music Review podcast. And I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have my friend in the compound with me. She has been on this podcast before and she's here again. And together, we will be talking about the second part of the Headies nomination. And without wasting much of your time, let me allow my friend to introduce herself.
Hey, what's up, Cha-Cha Nation? This is like my second time being here, yeah? I'm a proud member of the Cha-Cha gang, you guys. My name is Winifred Njagani. I am the host of the Word of Winnie podcast. I am also a friend and a member of the Cha-Cha gang.
All right, like you rightly said, she has been here before. The last time she was here, we discussed the Johnny Drill's album. That was what we discussed about. But today, we'll be talking about the Headies nomination. I did the first part and I decided, you know what, because like I said, there are over like 30 nominees or 30 nominations, and I couldn't discuss that in the first part. So I decided, let me do another part and let me discuss it. And I decided to bring Winifred on this episode. But before we go into the nomination and all of that, Winifred, let me ask you this. When you got to discover, when you found out that this year Headies will be taking place in the United States, what was your reaction and what do you feel about the whole move?
First of all, like the first question I asked myself was why? Now, I'm going to give you reasons I do not really like the idea of having the Headies Award in the United States. First of all, the Headies Award is an indigenous award, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So there's really no point posting it outside Nigeria. There is no point whatsoever. It's not a show. It's not a reality TV show. It's an award to celebrate Nigerians who have done good things in the musical realm or in the musical space. So I really do think that it should have been in Nigeria if we truly want. And then I think that maybe the organizers feel a little bit insecure because, I mean, for all I know, the Headies Award has kind of like lost its value in the award space because every Nigerian artist is no longer even looking forward to win an Headies Award. It's now like what's the other one that we had Wizkid and Burna Boy win the other time? Like it's now most of those kind of awards. Now everybody's now looking for those kinds of recognition. People don't really care about Headies anymore. Like it's just sidelines. Right, so maybe the organizers just felt that like to increase the importance of the value, maybe that's why they decided to take it all the way to the US. But it still doesn't make any sense to me because if you're saying that this award is strictly for Nigerians, why are we having it? Why is it held in another country? And then I think that it would be an opportunity we're trying to promote the African music to the world. As much as, yes, we're already getting the recognition that we deserve. I mean, our artists are being recognized for their hard work every day. We're having international collaborations. We're having foreign musical artists try to work and partner with our Nigerian artists. At the same time, we still need to showcase Nigeria to the world. We still need to keep putting Nigeria out there. Nigeria is out there already, as a matter of fact. We are out there for our politics. We are out there for our culture. We are out there for so many things, corruption and so many things happening in the country. We still need, this is an opportunity to put Nigeria out there for music. And then we are now hosting it in the US. What are you trying to tell people? I mean, the world is watching. What are you trying to tell foreigners? That we don't have we don't have a conducive environment for this kind of thing? Or that we don't, I really do not know, honestly. But like I said, I do not support it. I mean, I would rather the show is in Nigeria, but what do we know, right?
Anyway, let's get into the business of today. So we'll be talking about the Headies nomination. I'm sure everybody have already seen it already. So what we are going to be talking about is just to look at some of the nominees and see whether, and maybe some people should have made it and some people should have not made it. And also, let's just give our own prediction and say, okay, in this category, who will win or who will not win? It's just a prediction. It's not saying we are sure. I mean, they still have to vote or something. So, hey, So the first one, let's talk about this one first. This one is the one of the best recording of the year. Now, it says it's a non-voting category. The judges will have to judge this category based on excellence, songwriting, production, rendition, either by an artist or by a group under the year review. And the year review is from October 2020 up until I think March 2022. That's the year under review. So the first song there is Celebrate Me by Patoranking. We have Essence by Wizkid and Thames. We have Joy by Falana. And we have Loving Is Harder by Johnny Drew. And we have Meje by Brimo. And we have Somebody's Son by Tiwa Savage featuring Brandy. Now, first of all, let me ask you, do you think there's any song that's supposed to be here that is not here?
Well, I would have to think very deeply. And this is because of the requirements of this particular category. They are saying that it has to be based on excellence, songwriting, production, rendition. And let's take away all the, Nigeria is about clues and clues. Let's take away all the clues and vibes and let's focus on these things which are very essential when it comes to a song. We have to look at the lyrics of that song. Okay? And to be very honest, there are a few songs that now that I'm thinking of it, I would think that there's this song, what's the title? That would be this song by Fave.
Baby Rhythm.
Yes, Baby Rhythm. Have you listened to the lyrics of that song? It's like nothing we have ever heard in Nigeria. I'm not gonna lie. The lyrics of that song, whoever wrote the song is a genius. And I really think that it maybe should have made it to this category. It's catchy. The songwriting is really great. The rendition, oh my God. I can already imagine her, performing the song live, and it would be such a beautiful moment. I really do think that maybe you should have made it to this category. But all the songs in this category are great anyway, so.
I already have a feeling who you want to win this category. But let me just ask for asking sake. Who do you think will win this category?
Okay, if I were the judge, I would not go for Celebrate Me. And the reason is, Celebrate Me is a good song, carries a great message. But I wouldn't really go for it. I wouldn't go for Essence. And the reason is, aside 10 parts, now this is not me trying to throw shade, but aside 10 parts...
Don't say something that will make Wizkid FC come for us.
I don't think I want to have anything to do with Wizkid FC. God, those people are toxic. Okay, so let me just keep that. I don't know, this Falana, is it Fouls?
Not Fouls.
Well, I don't know the song anyway. Loving Is Harder, I will come to that later. Meji by Brimo. Now, you already know Brimo does not disappoint when it comes to songwriting. Brimo is an excellent songwriter. And the same thing with Somebody's Son. Somebody's Son was written, like you can tell that this person used her heart to write the song. Okay, so I am torn in between among Loving Is Harder, Meji, and Somebody's Son. Now, Loving Is Harder, aside the fact that I'm a huge Johnny Drew fan, have you listened to that song? Damn! Did you take your time to analyze every word of that song?
We reviewed the album together, so obviously.
Oh my God. When I first heard the song, I said, hey, Johnny Drew, this song is not regular one. And then two, it's not for everyday listening. It's for that mood. When you're just trying to have wine, wear this sexy lingerie, and just do crazy things with your partner. That's what the song is for. It's not for, you don't need to shout, but just play the song in the background. Be somewhere in the pool, wear this very sexy, hot, steaming swimsuit, and then have this red wine, like slightly intoxicating. Oh my God. That's what the song is for. If I say Johnny Drew now, you say, you already knew it was going to be Johnny Drew. So I'm just going to say that I would give the award to none other than Johnny Drew.
Well, if I am to put my money, I'll also go for one of the three that you've mentioned. Loving Is Harder, Meji, and Somebody's Son. Any of those three that wins it, I won't have any issue, right? If any of those three wins it, I'm not going to have, any issue. So that's going to be that for that. The next one I want to talk about, and now this one, when I saw this one, I'm like, hey, Headies, if people will always have that nominee that will always have controversy. I'm talking about the next rated.
Exactly.
The next rated has Ira Star, Benson, which is Buju, by the way, because some of you might be thinking, who is Benson? We have Loje, we have Oruga, and we have Zinoliski. One name on this list that I feel that should not even be here. Number one, I don't see why Buju is on this list. I honestly don't see why Buju is on this list. Next rated is supposed to be category for the most promising art. I beg, what promising is Buju again? Buju has delivered on every category you want to put him on. So what is promising about Buju again? I don't understand.
Sure.
I also feel like Fave is another artist that is supposed to be here.
Yeah, sure. Fave should actually be here, and I'm truly, because if this category is supposed to be for the most promising art, that's someone who holds a lot that people are yet to see. Like, people should look out for her. You know,
you get.
Right? You're right. And well, I don't know about Benson being here. I don't know. I think I'm like the only Nigerian who is still very indifferent about Benson. Well, I'm not. Well, I don't want to be. I'm still trying to wrap my hands around his talent. Okay, that's the truth. So him being on this list, I don't really know. I don't know. Again, Ira Star. I think that if you're going to say that Benson has delivered, that is Buju, has delivered, I think that Ira Star should also not be on the list, because she has also done a lot. She has managed to just hold that position of being such a delight to watch and such a delight to hear. I mean, in literally every song. I mean, put her on any song. Look at all the songs that she has come in. You know, she has maybe featured on. She has actually killed it. I listened to Beggy, and I was like, wow, this girl is good. And then I listened to, there's this other song she did with someone else as well, and I'm like, I think our Star girl is really good though. She's really good. Okay, so I feel like she has delivered. That's me, that's my opinion. And maybe she should, but it's fine that she's on the list though. I mean, it's a good one for the maidens. So
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, without any doubt, obviously Ira Star should be there. I mean, she's one artist that we should definitely. Yeah, I mean, her breakout year was the year that she had the album, and you know, her song Bloody Samaritan was all over the place. So obviously she's one of those promising arts that we should definitely look out for. Again, Loje killed us with the whole Mona Lisa, Love and Attention and all of that. And who can also deny what Oruga has done? Also, to move Oruga to have Mona Lisa, he had Bounce, he had some couple of dope songs also. And obviously, Zinoliski is another artist that has continued to constantly find a way to make sure that his name is always being called. For me, I mean, I'm not even going to lie. Looking at this list, the fact that Buju is there, I feel like, okay, it's going to be very, very surprising if Buju does not win this. But again, it is a voting category. So we don't know. If you look at Arya Star and you look at the whole people behind Maven, even though if it was that, you should just put out one tweet and say, yeah, I'm going to vote for Arya Star. You know what will happen. Which is why I feel like, okay, because it's a voting category, maybe Arya Star can go home with him. But left to me, if I have to pick on a personal level, I would say, I think a Zinoliski or a Ruga. Either one of those two will be my own pick out of this. Because again, like I said, I feel like Buju is above this category. So I'm not even going to talk about Buju at all, because I feel like he's above this category. But left to me, I'll either pick a Ruga or a Zinoliski. But for you, you said you're going to pick an Ira Star, because I mean, obviously she has done perfectly well and nobody's going to deny that fact. Mm-hmm. Now let's move on to the next one, which is best female artists. Now the best female artist says an overall most successful artist with artistic quality or an impact. Now we have Simi, we have Thames, we have Tiwa Savage, we have Tenny, and we have Niniola.
I'm going to be very, very straightforward. Thames should not be here.
Thank you.
And like that, or that doesn't really require so much explanation, because I mean, look at the people that are here. Plus the fact that they said that they want to see an overall successful artist. I mean, overall successful artist. One, artistic quality and or impact. Artistic quality, yes. Terms, okay, great. Impact, I do not see yet. Actually, she's literally just starting off her career. We're just getting to know her. So I don't know where the overall most successful is coming from. Plus, did you see the people in the category we have? How dare, permit me to use this line of language, but how dare you put them in the same category as Simi and Tiwa Savage and Nimiola? Why? Why do you want to do that?
There's no even Yemi Alade on that list.
Exactly. Yemi Alade should be here because we've seen her impact in, the whole African. She's done a lot for Africa. She's like one of the voices of Africa when it comes to Nigerian female artists. You cannot mention a couple of African female artists like without talking about Yemi Alade. If you're putting Tenny, if you're putting Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade should be on this list.
All right, let's move on to the next one, and this one is Song of the Year. This is also a voting category for the most popular song under the year review, and I say this again, from October 2020 to March 2022. You have Celebrate Me by Pato Rankings. You have Doings by Flavor featuring Fino. You have Essence by Wizkid featuring Tems. You have I by Adekunle Gold featuring Davido. You have Mona Lisa by Loj featuring Saz. And you have Peru by Fireboy DML.
So here, like I said, like I always want to do, I want to be straightforward, okay? Most popular song of the year. Celebrate Me is definitely out of it. I mean, what are these people say? Celebrate Me is a good song, but it's not very popular. Even among Nigerian youth, it's not a very popular song. Doing is a very good song, but it's not extremely popular as well. Hi is also a good song, and it's popular, but it's not very popular. Now, you see one song that is really popular here, even though I'm not a Wizkid fan, is Essence. Essence is really popular. I mean, God, this song went viral like a disease. This song spread across the world so fast. There's nobody that doesn't know, even if they don't know the, you don't need no other, but everybody knows it. But then again, there's a clause to it. Now, this is the clause. The clause is, it's really popular among Gen Zs and some of the other millennials and, some other people. But it's not really popular among some of our parents. Now, what I mean is, you go to some functions where maybe there's a 60-year-old doing her birthday party and she invites a Gen Z DJ. Okay, now you watch the environment. A lot of songs are played, and most of these our parents cannot really follow. But you see, Peru, it was a chant. It was a national anthem. Quote me anywhere. Peru was a national anthem. Peru was, everybody knows, everybody would say Peru, para, like even parents, adults, old ones, young ones, everybody. And I think that, to be very honest, as much as Essence was widely traveled and it was well known and all that, I think that Peru should actually get this spot. That's what I think, because it was very popular, it was very catchy, it was very easy to remember. It's like stuck in your head more than Essence, to be very honest. To be very, very honest.
If I'm going to be honest, yeah, I would also pick now my top three. Like, okay, any of these three songs should either win it. Number one has to be Peru. Number two has to be Essence. Again, given how far it went. Number three has to be Mona Lisa by Loj and Saz. But there is one song, when I saw this, I'm like, how come this song did not make the category? That's why I sip my alcohol. I don't want to reason bad things no more. How did Joe Boy Alcohol not make the category of Song of the Year? And you now put Doing Things by Flavor, or you put Celebrate Me by Pato Ranking. No disrespect to those two songs, but you cannot deny how popular Alcohol was. I mean, it was like strictly all over. It was all over. So if you can put Celebrate Me and you can put Doings, then we can argue that there should be alcohol there.
I'm going to kind of disagree with you on that. Alcohol was really popular, and I think it was popular because of the controversy of one person started one silly challenge. To be very honest, it was a hit, it was an anthem for a while, but I'm going to disagree with how it wasn't for me. It wasn't very popular. What made it popular for me was that challenge that one lady started, that she was pouring wine on her body and she was tearing her shirt. And a lot of people started doing something like that as well, where they were pouring things in their body. And Joe Boy came to say, "Oh, I really love the love that alcohol is getting, but please do not pour stuff on your body." For a very long time, a lot of us were confused as to the title of that song, because some people would say that the title of the song is Speak, while some people would say that the title of the song is Alcohol. Then I think that because of censoring, they changed the title from Alcohol to Speak. So I don't know, all of those things, all of those controversies were probably what made the song a little bit popular, but I don't think it even deserves a spot on this clip. But like I said, if they can put Do It, if they can put Celebrate Me, then they might as well just go ahead and put Alcohol. But it's just, it cannot win it. I'm sorry. When there's Peru, when even I, even me, come to be like, oh, come on.
Okay, all right. This is what's gonna happen here. If you are listening to this episode right about now, you can message me on my Twitter or on my Instagram page. Anywhere on my social media, it is Chacha Music Pod. Message me and let me know what you think about this category. Do you feel like alcohol deserves to be a nominee? We are not even saying whether it's win or not, but maybe it should have gotten nominated. Now, moving on to the next one. The next one we'll be talking about is Songwriter of the Year. Again, Songwriter of the Year is the same requirement as that of Record of the Year. It's also a non-voting category, and the judges will have to base this based on excellent composition, arrangement, and rendition. Now, the first song is Adekunle Gold, Sinner. Second one is Ajebo Hustlers, Loyalty. The third one is Brimo, Meje Meje. The fourth one is Joy by Falano. The fourth one is Peru by Fireboy DMI, and the fifth one is Omale, Understand.
Please remove Understand from reality. Remove the existence. It's a good song. It's a good song, but no. Songwriter of the Year, no. Come on. No, take it off. Let's not argue, just take it off. Now let's talk about other songs that should be on the list. Well, there are a lot of songs that are very good that could have made this list but are not here. And I'm not really going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk about the ones on the list that I think they are worth it, and we could give it a shot. Tina, most definitely. I mean, that song was well written. Just the same thing as what's the name of the song again? This song by Tiwa Savage and Brandy, Somebody's Son. That's the way I think that Adekunle Gold, put in a lot of emotions in this song. It was really brilliantly, intelligently written. And if I was a judge, I would consider this song. Another song that was brilliantly written is Loyalty. The composition of that song is mad. I've never heard a thing like that in Nigeria. The composition is great. I mean, they arranged it properly. And of course, they rendered it well. And it was properly written. But of course, the king of this category remains Brimo. Please give it to him. Just give it to him. Peru should not even be on this list. Peru is a good song. If it was a category like most popular or street anthem, or something like that, yes, Peru could. But not. Peru really didn't have so much of it. It's a freestyle. Peru is a freestyle. We can't be talking about freestyle in this kind of category. In this category, we're looking at more intelligently written songs. Songs that were, that touched deep, that were well composed, well arranged, beautifully rendered. Peru shouldn't be on this list. It's the same thing as that Understand song. I mean, I don't even understand the song. Shouldn't be on this list.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you on Peru, because Peru came out as a freestyle. That was the story behind Peru. It was a freestyle song, so it shouldn't even be as songwriter of the year. Loyalty, top notch. I'm not even going to deny. Like when I saw this category and I saw Loyalty, I'm like, okay, somebody is actually listening to music in Headies, and for this one to be there, you did well. Then also, I mean, of course, you cannot deny Brimo once again. Again, me and you are going to have a little bit of disagreement on understand. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I had understand, I was like, okay, no, I didn't even say that Omale has pen game, but this is different. When I saw understand, I'm like, okay, fine. It took me a while before I could even understand the song, understand itself, because of how well written and how well arranged the song was. You understand? But again, like I said, we are going to agree to disagree or disagree to agree, and we are going to leave these ones also to the listeners. Let me also hear your thoughts on this one. Winifred has said we should just cancel Omale and understand, just remove it. It should not even be there at all. And me, I'm saying you should have it short. Let us know what you think about that. Should Omale be there or should Omale not be there? And also, which of the songs there you feel should win the award? Now, let's move on to the next one. Best alternative song. Alternative song. Now, the, should I say, requirement says it is a voting category. It says a voting category for the artists whose songs reflect any form or style of music which falls, now this is the most important part, it falls outside the mainstream of recent or past popular musical trend. Now, that's like the most important clause in this thing. Now, the first one saying Doings by Flavor. Second one is Free Your Mind by Mide Kuti. The third one is Gonto by Ibeji. The fourth one is Also by Basket Mouth, The Cavemen, Bears, and Dice. The fifth one again, Brimo, Meji Meji. And the last one is Selense by The Cavemen.
This is actually a very tough category. And this is because all the songs here actually fit into the description. Or should I say most of the songs? Yeah, they actually fit into the description. When you hear Doings, that Doings by Flavor, that song took all of us unaware though. That song actually took us by the storm because it was really something outside.
It was different. Yeah.
It was different. The intro of that song. I mean, I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? You know, it was really different. It was, I know it's supposed to be Igbo High Life, but it was a different Igbo High Life. Another song on the category that I think that is really nice would be Selense. Really great song, great high life song. We already know that the Cavemen are trying to be the best. They're trying to like portray this alternative music, that's alternative music. And it's cool. Gonto, Ibeji, also very good. Brimo, Meji Meji. I'm not really sure about this one, and this is because it's different, but it's Brimo, you know, and it's not different from what we have heard before. Let me put it like that. Okay, it's a different song, but it's not different from what we have heard from Brimo before. I mean, I heard it, I'm like, yes, this is Brimo, definitely. So it's not different from his style of music and some other artists who do his style of music as well. I would give this particular, it's a tough one, but I would give it to either Doings or Hustle. I'm going to go with Hustle, I'm going to go with Doings, and I'm going to go with I don't know about Selense. I'm not really, it's good alternative music, but this is an award, and I think you need to do more than that to win it. So I'm going to go with Doings or Hustle. The Cavemen can come in my third preference. To be honest, I don't know. It's very hard because I like The Mind by Made Kuti, and I also like Going to Vibe Baby. So I don't know. It's tough for me.
Okay, it's a tough one for her, and it's also a tough one for me. I'm not saying whoever should like the person with the highest fan should win it. It's a voting category, so you know, do your voting and let the best artists win this one. I'm not even going to talk about this one. The next one we're talking about, and this is the one I think me and you, we are going to have a lot of disagreement on top. Best vocal performance, male. Now, it is a non-voting category for the single male artist with the most outstanding vocal performance on a single song or album. Now, again, Brimo. In fact, I don't even like say all the category where they talk. Now, Brimo full out. Brimo with Meji Meji. We have Johnny Drew, Loving Is Harder. We have Oxley with Ojuju. We have Rick Asani with When I'm Gone. And you have Tilo with Picking.
Okay. Now, don't forget that this category is vocal. So we're going to
Yes,
test voice. That's basically what it means. It's just like
exactly.
going for Nigeria. We're looking for your voice here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Meji, definitely top notch. Brimo does not disappoint in his vocals at all. In fact, this guy, he's like heaven sent. And that song is amazing. The vocal, of course, he really showed us what he's made of in the song. Although, I feel like, I don't know about you all, but Brimo is like, when I see Brimo, I'm like, dude, I know you can do better than this. Come on. I always want more from Brimo. His vocals were great. But yeah, even Oxlade Ojuju, I was surprised. I'm like, this guy, you get voice like this. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was really surprised. I'm like, especially when that beginning part, not the beginning part, but the chorus, yeah, I was really surprised. I'm like, He really pushed his vocals to like peak points. And I think that's what they're looking for in this category. Rika Stani's When I Am Gone. Rika Stani doesn't, it's just like Brimo. See, when you know you have the voice and you are relaxed with it, it's good, it's soothing. But in this category, we want to see what your voice, or want to hear what your voice can do. I'm not going to give it to Brimo's Meji on this one, even though I have a feeling he's going to win it because his vocals are always top notch and they might be emotional about it. Kyle's picking, I don't know the song as much, so I can't talk about it. I'm going to pick 3 songs that I feel like deserve a spot, in this category. Number 1, of course, is going to be, and again, it is not because I'm a Johnny Drill fan. Loving is harder, aside the fact that, now, I said something about pushing your voice, like let's hear what your voice can do. I heard it in this song. From the beginning part of the song, he took us to a journey and then he pitched in the chorus, just like what Oxlade did. So I'm going to give this category to either Johnny Drew, Loving is Harder. That part where he did, that it was really crazy and I loved it. I loved how he pitched with his voice. I loved what he did with his voice. So I'm going to give it to Johnny Drill, Loving is Harder. I'm going to give it to Oxlade Ojuju. And then Brimo, because I have to pick 3 people, Brimo can then come in. Because Sani's When I'm Gone, I don't really know as much. It was quite relaxing. It was the regular Rikasani. I would have expected more. Same with Brimo, but let me just put him in the category.
For me also, I think if I'm going to pick my top 2, obviously, it has to be Oxlade and Johnny Drew. Those are going to be, my top 2 on this category. So, let's move on to the next one. And the next category is Best Afrobeat Single of the Year. Now, this is a voting category for the best Afro single, of the year, either by a group or by an individual. You have Bloody Samaritan, Ira Star. You have Bounce by Ruga. You have I, Adekunle Gold and Davido. Mona Lisa, Loje. Ozumba Umbadi by Ricardo Bounce. And you have Peru by Fireboy.
This is a very, very, very tough category. This is a very tough category because all of these songs are top-notch Afrobeat songs. All of them. But then again, we have to pick the best, right? Now, let's be emotional. All the songs are hits. They are hit songs. So they are street anthems, they are pop bangers, they are DJ's favorites, all of them. But we have to pick the one that is Afrobeat. Okay, so I'm going to take out Bounce from this song. It's a great song, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it fits so much in the Afrobeat category as much. So I'm going to take it off because great song, great vibes, street anthem. I love the song very much. It's one of my favorite songs to listen to and to dance to. But it's not just about, it's more like I don't know the category, but I'm not, or should we just call everything an African? Say everything that an African produces that has beef. We just call it Afrobeat. I don't know. Maybe everything that an African produces that has beef. Maybe we should just call it Afrobeat because I don't know what you think Afrobeat is. But if I'm going to say from my own opinion of Afrobeat, we probably need to take out Bounce. We should also take out Bloody Samaritan because I don't know where the Afrobeat. It doesn't have this African vibe. It's vibes, it's fit anthem, but that African vibe, it doesn't really have it. The thing we are taking out Bounce. Now, another song we probably need to take out. Oh my god, this is tough, man. But then definitely one song that has Afrobeat will be Mona Lisa. Definitely. So it's my number one. I should win. I'm not saying that all the songs are not great. They are great songs, they are good songs. But if you're saying best Afrobeat single of the year, I would really pick Mona Lisa. It has this Afro, this African kind of beat. It has it, definitely. Ozumba and Badiwe has more like amapiano. So maybe, yes, can also go in the category. Ozumba and Badiwe has amapiano beat. So, yes.
Yeah.
Could maybe put category, yes. I think maybe it can also fall in the category. So it might be my number 2. And then my number 3 would be High by Adekunle Gold featuring Davido. Very great Afrobeat song. Like, we're not going to deny the fact that it's Afrobeat and it's really great. Peru, I don't know how Afrobeat that song is. I don't think it is, so I'm going to take it out of the category. Okay, so it's not as tough as I thought. I'm going to pick my best 3, which will be Mona Lisa, Ozumba and Badiwe, and High.
I don't think I need to add anything because me, it's just 2. Is that Mona Lisa or High? Those are my 2 options. Again, no disrespect. Every other songs there, they are mad song. Let's move on to the next song, which is the best R&B album. Now we have Before We Fall Asleep by Johnny Drew. We have If Orange Was a Place by Thames. We have Love Deep High Life by Omawumi. We have Rising by Falana. You have The Prince I Became by Rick Asani. And you have Water and Gari by Tiwa Savage.
Now, this category is this is an interesting one, and all the nominees here, all the selections here are very interesting. To be honest, my hands are tied here. But okay, let me just pick my top 4. My top 4 would be If Orange Was a Place by Thames. It would be Before We Fall Asleep by Johnny Drill. It would be Love Deep High Life. I think I've listened to 1 or 2 songs there by Omawumi, and would be okay. My top 5 would be The Prince I Became. Sorry, Water and Gary definitely before The Prince I Became. I'm okay with the category. I don't think there's anyone that shouldn't necessarily be there. I mean, if it's an album and 80% of the songs on the album are R&B, then I think it's okay for the category. Let's be fair.
All right, like you rightly said, if 80% of the song on the album is R&B, then it's fair to be on this category. Yes, that is going to be the last category that we'll be talking about. So I remember when I put out the first episode, a friend of mine saw it and like, oh, Headies is a dead award and I'm not even looking forward to it. Just a simple yes or no, that's what I want you to answer. Are you looking forward to the Headies award this year?
Oh, yes, most definitely, yes.
Okay. Okay, most definitely, yes. For me, also, yes. For a lot of reasons, but again, it's just going to be either yes or no, so I'm going to keep it on a yes. If you are also anticipating the Headies Award for this year, which is going to be happening, I think it's September 4. Yes, and it's going to take place in the United States. So, yes, that is going to be the end of this Headies Part 2. Now, I don't know, maybe we've covered the other categories we've covered that I have not covered are the one that has to do with the honorary categories, the Hall of Fame categories, then also the categories for the North African, East African, West African. You guys can just chat me up and let's just talk about that randomly. Once again, Winifred, thank you very much for being on the podcast. It's always fun when I have you here. Once again, that is where I'll be drawing the curtain on today's episode of the Cha-Cha Let's Talk Music series on the Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast. Like I said, my name will always remain Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. Like, come away with another episode. Remember, keep the energy, keep it positive, and keep it 100. Peace out.
Yeah, cha-cha time, 2 time for the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Rockin' with the best, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Alayela with cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. What's my body, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang, cha-cha gang. What's my body?